for my first ever breast MRI. You would be here too if you had my family's history of cancer. By 30, I was the oldest living member of my family. It was also the age at which I had my first mammogram. My OB/GYN and a breast specialist advised me to start screening when I was 10 years younger than my closest relative was when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. In this case, my mom. She was 40 and died less than 2 years later. My health insurance provider, however, disagreed and told me they wouldn't cover a mammogram until I was 40. I told them, without a mammogram, I'll be dead by 40. Since that baseline screening, I've had 2 more mammograms and a third baby. My husband Phil and I decided to try for baby number 4, but now I'm inching closer to my mother's age of diagnosis. My doctors have strongly advised I first add a breast ultrasound and MRI to my prevention roster. We have to be extra sure nothing is lurking in my memories before embarking on a 4th and final pregnancy. The receptionist hands me a clipboard with a double-sided questionnaire and apologizes. They are running late. No problem, I say, hoping I sound nonchalant. I've got plenty to keep myself occupied. I've never had any kind of MRI before, and I'm nervous. I return to my seat and prepare to indulge in my 3 favorite waiting room activities. 1. Being alone with my thoughts. 2. Purging my handbag of old receipts, Kit Kat wrappers, and wadded-up tissues used to wipe my kids' noses. This activity pairs well with number 1. 3. Filling out the "Have you ever had any of the following diseases?" portion of the intake form. It's like taking a test I know I'll ace. With rapid-fire flicks of a pen, I make my way down to the No column, never once having to make a mark in a yes box. Yes is the domain of the sick, and unlike my parents and grandparents, disease has not yet come for me. Have you ever had any of the following? Heart disease? Nope. Hypertension? No, ma'am. IBS? Thankfully, no. Miraculous, considering its high incidence among Ashkenazi Jews. Rheumatoid arthritis? Osteoporosis? Joint pain? Not this healthy filly. Cancer. I was hoping you'd ask because this is, by far, my favorite question to answer with an emphatic, dramatic, and cinematic no. This is my own twisted version of never have I ever. Although my life is hardly problem-free, I've always been healthy. No small feat in my family. I know firsthand what happens when instead of preempting a problem, you wait for the problem to find you. The reason I filled out so many medical forms in so many medical offices in my 20s and early 30s is not because I am sick. Quite the opposite. I'm doing my damnedest to avoid illness, and when I say illness, I mean cancer. Do you have a family history of breast cancer? Do I ever? Which side of the family? Both. We are an equal opportunity breast cancer conglomerate. If yes, which family members? Here's a table for your convenience. Mother. Age at death. 42. History of cancer type. Breast. Age at cancer diagnosis. 40. Maternal grandmother. Age at death. 49. History of cancer type. Breast and ovarian. Age at cancer diagnosis. 40. Great aunt. Age at death. 50-something. History of cancer type. Breast. Age at cancer diagnosis. Not sure. Paternal grandmother. Age at death. 70-something. Died of heart disease. History of cancer type. Breast. Age at cancer diagnosis. Not sure, but survived. Do you have a history of other cancers? Yes, I feel like I'm winning this game. Will there be prizes? Which side of the family? My father died of colon cancer when he was 54. Many of my relatives were murdered in the Holocaust, and my grandparents, who survived, are no longer living either. So there's a big, gaping hole in our family medical history. There's no one left to ask these questions. We work with what we've got. By now, I've grown accustomed to doctors and nurses skimming over my completed form, their eyes widening, giving an incredulous shake of the head, which means they'd arrived at the